Good morning, dear Group 7. So today we're going to talk about RFIDs, aka Radio Frequency Identification. Your presenters will be Dominique Paradis, Lisa Laroche, and Sarah Hébert-Thibault. So right before we start, close your cell phone, sit back, relax, make sure not to sleep, and just enjoy this amazing subject.
Radio frequency identification technology uses active or passive tags in the form of chips or smart label. Those tags could be smaller than a grain of sand and consist of a tiny chips with an antenna. On the tag, a lot of data can be stored. The unique ID code of one particular product, the time and date of purchase by a customer, the name of the manufacturer and retailer that sell the product are only a few examples of the data that can be found on those chips. The RFID tags serve as identifier and relay the data to electronic readers. You may or may not know that RFIDs have been around for a long time. Before 2003, RFID technology growth was quite limited by its high tag costs. Depending on the need, tags could cost up to several dollars each. This changed in early 2004 when numerous entities established mandates to be met by suppliers in order to do business with them. This played a huge role in the accelerated tag cost decline as well as for the performance. The Walmart RFID mandates improved significantly inventory management by tracking pallets, therefore preventing loss and theft. These mandates created a domino effect. Almost all suppliers invested in RFID tags, consequently increasing the demand. In general, RFID tags are around 10 cents a piece, which is getting closer and closer to the goal, which is 5 cents each. Furthermore, tag readers associated with this technology is declining as well in price. Lastly, to support RFID impact on businesses, a lot of planning is needed since RFID systems in IT must coordinate in order to function at maximum capacity. A lot of work is to be done before it can become fully functional. Since this industry is growing, businesses should rapidly start planning in order to keep up with this trend. So here are a few examples of current RFID uses. The first example is cattle tags, which are used to identify and keep track of each individual cattle. They are also used in beehives since these are worth thousands of dollars. Owners like to know where they are at all times to prevent them from being stolen. Surprisingly, some toilets also have this technology implanted in them. It actually keeps them from overflowing. Newborns also have these tags for security purposes. And finally, in some cases, runners have an RFID tag in their shoe to track their performance during a race. In the pharmaceutical industry, the RFID tags are used to combat the counterfeit drug trade by keeping track of the drug that comes out of the manufacturer. Another use of the tag is to assure that the consumer receives the right prescription at the drugstore, as we see in the video.
So there are lots of benefits for everyone to use RFIDs. As we have just seen in the previous video, enterprises can keep track of their physical assets, which also contributes into improving security. Furthermore, this technology cannot be deactivated and it offers a much larger storage capacity than the usual barcodes. If we take a look at this graphic, we can see that it's useful to every member of the distribution channel. For instance, RFIDs extend the time of transaction for consumers at the cashier, as well as it helps retailers to protect their goods from thieves, and also increase efficiency in their supply chain and improve demand planning. Finally, manufacturers get to improve their supply chain planning also and execution one.
At once, many RFID tags can be read simultaneously, whereas barcodes can only be read manually. RFIDs are more durable than barcodes. Also, once the system is installed, it basically runs by itself while barcodes must be seen to be able to be read. Furthermore, as for the question, will RFID replace barcodes? We think that barcodes will probably not be replaced by RFIDs since barcodes are more affordable. However, in time, they will probably become less expensive and therefore it will increase the number of users of this technology. Nevertheless, both of these will probably coexist for the next few years to come. Both of these will complement one another. Maybe they will replace barcodes completely in the future when RFID tags are more advanced and less expensive.
RFIDs are currently used in grocery stores, mostly to have a continuous record of the inventory, but it's also because it helps grocery stores by ensuring accurate data to supply chain by keeping track of delivery, for instance. The following video shows how consumers use RFIDs on a daily basis. We can think that maybe someday we won't only be able to pay using this technology, but also to scan all of our items automatically by using RFIDs also.
As it was said earlier, RFIDs are more secure than other type of technology used to identify product because they can reduce theft. As we've seen in the video, they can be detected at the exit of the store if the product haven't been paid for, and an alarm can be set to discourage people to steal. But the data that can be found on those tags include the name, address, and email of the buyer if the product is bought with a credit card or a Fidelity card. After that, if you come back to the store with the product, the tag can be scanned again and the store could know your information, follow you in the store to know which are your favorite alley, and do a shopping pattern about you. You can see the privacy issue that result of those kind of information in the question that is raised by it. In conclusion, RFID is used to store information that can be used to identify and keep track of items, equipment, and people. This technology has its advantages as well as its disadvantages. But for the moment, while it cannot be used for everything, many businesses are starting to find use for them as it improves security and performance. As of right now, RFIDs can be seen not only in businesses but also in public transportation, in passports, in animal and human identification, in institutions such as hospitals, libraries, museums, and school, as well as it is seen in sports. From inside the classroom GIS 109, we are Sarah, Dominic, and Lisa. Thanks for watching.
Here is a special thanks to our official sponsor, Proxim.